Black Sunrise, waking the masses off their asses. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Black Sunrise. BlackSunrise.com for the latest global Black news. Black Sunrise News on YouTube for the latest Black news commentary. Black Sunrise on YouTube for the latest live streaming, and anchor.fm/Black Sunrise for our latest podcast where we discuss everything Black. Are you one of those people who suffer from electromagnetic hypersensitivity, fatigue, tiredness, stress, brain fog, aches and pains? What if I told you that you can soak your way into serenity? Soak in Serenity, our new herbal bath formula, is known to soothe anxiety, relieve stress and fatigue in just one bath. Visit our store at blacksunrise.com/herbs-page. Remember to spell sunrise SONRISE. Welcome to today's Global Black News. Today's article is taken from the NewYorkTimes.com. The article was written in February 11th, 2016 by Joseph Goldstein, and we use the U.S. Copyright Act, which allows us to review and critique copywritten materials. The title of the article is New York Police are using covert cell phone trackers, Civil Liberty Group says. Now, I have been complaining about this for 10 years, only to be called a conspiracy nut and crazy. And not only that, they are doing it to innocent people who are not criminals. And not only are they using cell phone trackers, they are also blasting people with directed energy weapons given to them from the excess weaponry from the U.S. military. Okay, so we're going to read the article and then we're going to break it down. The subtitle of the article is Law Enforcement Agencies, including the New York Police Department, have used surveillance devices to track cell phone calls in investigations. The problem is they're not investigating people. There are people who are paying off police officers to target innocent people. They go to the tech companies and tell the tech companies that this person is under investigation, and then the tech companies hand over the police departments your username and your password, and they monitor you from inside of your social media page. Okay, that's how it's really going down. Once the social media company is told that a person is under investigation without a warrant, they hand over to the police departments your username and your password, and then the police officers literally are monitoring you inside of your social media. That's how bad it is. Okay, so let's read the article and then we're going to get into it. Covert cell phone tracking devices, which have proliferated in law enforcement agencies across the nation, have been used by the New York Police Department on at least 1,000 occasions since 2008 in the course of investigating rapes, murders, and other crimes, as well as in searches for missing people, according to documents obtained by New York Civil Liberties Union. So now that we know that the New York Civil Liberties Union have actual court documents, this goes from the realm of conspiracy to the realm of criminality. The documents which the Civil Liberties Group released publicly on Thursday morning offered the first glimpse into how the nation's largest municipal police department has used the surveillance devices, known as, haven't I been telling you guys about Stingrays? Stingrays. As frequently as 200 times a year. It's a lie, it's way more than 200 times a year, and they're not using it for murder investigation and rape and this and that. People like Jim Cymbala and the criminals at Times Square Church that are connected to the police department bribe the police departments in New York, pay off police officers, and sick the police officers after you to break into all your social media profiles. They get your username, your password, they hack you. It's not really a hack, they're literally inside of your social media accounts, and they monitor everything you do. They can also tamper with the electronics, like I did a digital investigation and busted them on the back end of my computer. Okay, and not only that, they're blasting people with directed energy weapons, and you got to spend tens of thousands of dollars to prove that you're being blasted with military grade, okay, make no mistake, this is military hardware, military grade battlefield weapons. The NYPD has been using Stingrays since 2008. And yet, this is the first time that the public is learning this information. Bullshit. Because victims who have been targeted have been screaming this for 10 to 15 long damn years. It's nonsense. Okay? Learning this information, says Mariko Hiros, the Civil Liberties Union lawyer who received the documents in response to a Freedom of Information Law request. When local law enforcement agencies acquire invasive surveillance technologies like Stingrays, communities should have the right to know basic information about what kind of surveillance powers those technologies give to the government and how those devices will be used. Didn't I tell you guys that we're not heading into a totalitarian state? We're heading into a militocracy, and I coined that word, militocracy. So what is a militocracy? A militocracy is when your government is run by the military. But what's upholding the militocracy is a technocracy, okay? Which is worse than having humans in the military govern you, okay? The technocracy is like the Stingrays. The technocracy is like the directed energy weapons. The technocracy is like hacking into your social media profile or going to a tech company and saying the person's under surveillance, and then they literally get your username and password, and then they're manipulating your social media, and you're like, what the hell? I didn't post that. That's not me. I didn't download that. What the hell is that on my computer? Okay? That is a technocracy, and that's where we're headed. Okay? That is where we're headed. Watch this. The portable devices, generically known as cell site simulators, essentially trick cell phones by acting like a cell phone tower and thus intercept the phone's signal. That allows detectives and agents to home in on the cell phone's location. They do this to me all the time, providing a powerful tool to track down. They are not tracking down criminals. Jeffrey Epstein had a cell phone. Okay? Jeffrey Epstein had a cell phone and was allowed to baby rape for 20 years. Edward Heath, Jimmy Savile, Les Moonves, and all these other baby rapers were baby raping and raping women and raping everything. Okay? They all had cell phones. How come the police weren't using Stingrays on them? Because it's not designed to go after criminals. It's designed to throw innocent people into the targeting program. Let's continue. But the devices can also scoop up information, watch this, from many other cell phones in the area. What did I just tell you?
Black Sunrise, waking the masses off their asses.
Oh, wait till you find out. Oh, America, wait till you find out that you have police drones, high altitude police drones that are beaming down on your location and stalking you inside of your house and shooting you with directed energy weapons. Wait until you find out that police departments have military weapons that allows them one police patrol car to pull up in a neighborhood and they could see through the walls of your house. Thus the reason why they banned lead paint. Because lead paint blocks them from using this technology to see into the person's house. Granted, they could see through your windows. But if they're trying to penetrate walls, they can't do it. Okay, let's continue with the article. Okay, but the devices can also scoop up information, watch this, from many other phones in the area. I keep telling people, I say, listen, if you are living a life of crime and you got a fucking cell phone and you're a criminal and the people around you have cell phones, you're an idiot. Okay? Just a side note. If you are living a life of crime and you're down with the shits and you're doing whatever, and the person next to you has a cell phone, you're an idiot. If you have a computer or there's a camera on any building, and I don't care if the camera is on the side of someone's house, because just the same as they have Stingrays that can pick up cell phones, they have technology to hack into every single camera within a specific radius. But they're never catching the criminals. You know who get thrown into these programs? Innocent people like myself. Okay, and some cell site simulators can uncover far more than just a phone's location and can be used to eavesdrop on callers. Really? No. I had to spend a ton of money to find them on my phone and on my computers, and they refuse to leave. Not only that, they have the capability, oh, I'm going to go there. They also hack your, what is it called? That discharges your Wi-Fi in your home. Okay? Your router. They also hack your router. And they monitor your activity across the internet. Disclaimer, if you are a criminal in the 21st century, let me rephrase this. If you are a high-level Wall Street criminal, nothing will happen to you. If you are a political criminal, nothing would happen to you. If you are a high-level baby raper, nothing will happen to you. If you are a high-level criminal pastor, nothing will happen to you. If you are low-level, whether you're a low-level thief, a low-level murderer, a low-level rapist, they may or may not arrest you. If you are a low-level shoplifter or whatever, or a low-level, I don't know, whatever, hacker, your ass is going to jail. Because this technology is not designed to go after the upper echelons of criminality. It's designed to throw your broke black ass or your broke poor ass, whether you're black, you're white, you're whatever. If you are a low-level criminal, this technology may be used against you. But for the most part, the technology is being used to destroy the lives of innocent people. I'm not down with this nonsense. But Deputy Chief Kerry Sweet, the commanding officer of the police department's legal bureau, said that the department never used the devices to intercept the phone calls or text messages themselves. Lies, because I busted them. Lies. Lies, lies, lies. I had to spend a Black Sunrise, waking the masses off their asses. The reason why I call it a militocracy is because the military will choose the dictator, but the military is undergirded by technology. It's not just the military with hardware, guns, bombs, and whistles. Okay? It will be undergirded via technology you can't see. Wake up, people. The Fourth Reich is here. Wake up. It's not coming. And those of you who are white, who think that your white skin will protect you from this militocracy, dictatorship, Fourth Reich, dream on, because 90% of you aren't German. Well, no offense to the Germans, but 90% of you are not elite bloodline. Your ass is going to be thrown under the bus if they let you survive. Let's continue. The devices have been used by police departments across the nation. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Stick a pin there, across the nation. Even those departments went to great lengths to keep them secret. Oh, wait, hold on. If it's legal, why is it secret? Do you know in the United States that there are people called targeted individuals who are being electrocuted in their homes with this technology? They're being given heart attacks, aneurysms, seizures, blindness, crippled, incessant pains, headaches, can't work, electromagnetic hypersensitivity. Now you understand why they kept it a secret? Law enforcement agencies frequently pledged to Harris Corporations, which manufactures many of the devices. Now, Harris Corporation needs to be sued. Or even directly to the Federal Bureau of Investigations, that they would not divulge any details about the devices. The New York Police Department signed one such non-disclosure agreement with Harris Corporation in January 2011, which was turned over to the New York Civil Liberties Union. Those of you who are technologically trafficked individuals or targeted individuals, you need to contact the New York Civil Liberties Union and you let them know it is far beyond the use of Stingrays. They are electrocuting people with this technology. They are stalking people with this technology. It's funny how 65,000 missing black women, and they can find them with this technology, but they can zap an innocent person and blast them and cause car crashes and kill them and give them heart attacks with this technology. But they can find 65,000 missing black people and 1 million missing children. I'm going to keep drilling this. I find it ironic that these police departments can have Stingray technology to hack your phones and all sorts of military technology to hack your Wi-Fi, hack your router, hack this, hack that, but can't find 1 million missing children. I'm going to say it again. This technology is not about crime. This technology is about controlling the population. That is a more restrictive set of rules than what appears to apply to the New York Police Department's use of the devices. The police department informed the Civil Liberties Group that it had no written policies governing the use of Stingrays. You know why it had no written policies governing the use of Stingrays? Because they don't want lawsuits. A person spends $10,000, finds that the police is illegally spying on them on their cell phones, hack into their routers, stalking them with street cameras, the NYPD would get sued. So of course they have no written laws on this. Because it wasn't meant for the public to be disclosed to the public. Let's continue. But the police department explained that its practices when using the devices was to go to a judge and obtain an order under a specific provision of state law that for generations had enabled the police to collect data related to a specific phone. Oh, really? Oh, really? What crime did I commit? Besides walking into 2 demon-possessed churches with a bunch of criminals running them? What crime did I commit? What crime did the millions of targeted individuals and technologically trafficked individuals commit? Isn't there a court of law when you commit a crime that you stand before a judge instead of being thrown into an electronic prison? Oh, really? Let's continue. Civil rights lawyers also question whether these court orders, which pertain specifically to tracking devices that can identify incoming and outgoing phone numbers on a phone line, provide any legal authority to intercept a phone's signals and use it to track locations. Really? The people known as targeted individuals have been screaming this for years. Years that police officers are throwing them into these programs for money. It's a huge network of criminality around this technology. From doctors who secretly implant them with tracking devices in their body, me, to police officers who monitor the technology in their body and whenever they're around any tech devices, and that includes your street cameras and that includes the cameras on your homes. The text of New York's pen register law does not apply to stingrays, and for good reason. Mr. Heroes, the Civil Liberties Union lawyer, said that law was intended only to authorize the use of primitive devices of the past that captured outgoing and incoming phone numbers on a landline. We're now living in a different technological reality. Oh, really? But Lawrence Byrne, the police department's deputy commissioner for legal matters, said that the changing technology did not alter the legal framework at all. Equipped with a court order to gather basic information about incoming and outgoing phone calls, detectives could now get the data in real time by tracking phones with a Stingray. I'm going to tell the public this again. Okay, stick a pin in this. They said a cell phone and other cell phones in the vicinity, they are tracking, hacking all of us. Okay, so that's the first article.